like, I had like, I don't know, 70 something beer cans under the bed, and they were like, what the hell are you doing? You know, and I was like, what are you talking about? When people get off work, they have a 6-pack. I'm just doing it when I get out home from school. What is that crazy? Is that crazy?
What's going on, world? It's your favorite podcast, Built by the Red Stick. You know we're back at it. Listen, first off, y'all have understood the assignment.
Definitely.
Y'all did what we asked and got us to the mark we wanted to get.
2,000.
2,000 subscribers.
2,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Now, 2,500. We on the way. We on the way.
We can do it.
We can do it. So tell the people what they need to do in order to get us there.
For 10 cents a day, you can adopt a hungry kid. No, I'm joking. All you got to do is like
it.
The video, share the video.
Share that thing.
Comment on the video.
Leave us a good comment. Or if you want to be mean, you can be mean too.
Interaction is interaction, right?
Yes, Lord.
And to top it off, subscribe.
Smash it.
Subscribe. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe, like, share, comment. We love it. Thank y'all so much for getting us to 2,000 subscribers.
Absolutely.
I feel like we got there quick.
We did.
All right, cool.
Give us a brief break. Let our sponsors, tell y'all about what they can offer y'all, and then we will be right back to your regularly scheduled programming.
This episode is brought to you by Second Chances Recovery. At Second Chances in Rayville, Louisiana, recovery is built on belief that treating the whole person, not just the addiction, is essential to restoration. Set on a peaceful 10-acre wooded campus, clients are not locked away in wards, but live in fully furnished cabins. They learn everyday skills, develop character, and rebuild relationships. Therapies encompass CBT, DBT, trauma work, spiritual care, and medication-assisted treatment. From the moment they arrive, emphasis is on what they can do, learning, serving, healing, turning recovery into empowerment. Residents are encouraged to step into the community, helping at food banks or participating in cleanup projects, discovering that recovery isn't about what they've lost, but all they are regaining, their purpose, their contribution, and their dignity. Family therapy repair bonds, peer recovery coaches offer hope and mentorship, staff or locals who've lived this journey themselves or truly have a passion for mental health. Insurance is accepted and the ongoing aftercare continues the path forward. It's not just a rehab, it's a refuge for hope, healing, and restoration. If you are interested in going visit Second Chances Recovery or you are struggling, you can call them at 833-780-3088. Again, that number is 833-780-3088. And that address is 161 Como Road, Rayville, Louisiana, 71269. Second Chances Recovery.
And just like that, we're back.
Boom.
We are back like we forgot
magic.
something.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Y'all thought we stopped talking, but we really did. We actually went push play on the video that you just seen.
Yep.
We've been working behind the scenes.
You believe in?
And I hope you do.
All right, listen. Listen, we're back. It's your favorite duo since Jordan and Kerr.
Yes, Lord.
I'm Jordan, he's Kerr.
I'm Kerr. I'll be that.
Listen, we've got a good guest for y'all. But as always, I can't do the introduction justice, so I'm going to allow the man, the myth, the legend, some might say, the best hype man in this damn country, Ronnie, LeDuff. Do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gym rats, and ironheads, we got a sexy mother in the building today.
Sexy.
I know y'all looking at him like, who is that action figure they got sitting in that chair?
He
look like a G.I. Joe doll with the perfect chiseled chin and biceps, pecs, abs. I'm talking about he was born to work out.
Make me insecure over here.
He was born to work out. The doctor slapped him. He looked at the doctor and said, do it again. I'm going to bench press you. Playing with me. He didn't fly in here from Monroe. He carried the plane. We got my dude, this handsome man, Stuart. I'm Charlie Bostwick in the Built by the Red Stick building.
Lord.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
First off, that one was good. That one was good. Welcome to the show, man. We're glad you came down.
Thank you, man.
Joined
Thank
us.
you.
I've known Stuart for a little while now. We met
Yes.
a couple years ago, huh?
Soul drama.
Yeah. I remember it was Soul
Yeah.
Drama, but it was, man, you were just on your journey, right? You were
Yeah.
still tech, huh? If I remember.
I just quit being the receptionist
Okay.
and started stepping into discharge planning.
Yes.
So you was a receptionist at one point?
I've been every job you can
Well-
do, man.
So listen, mind you,
That's
even
I was the secretary.
even when he was early, because I remember when we met, he was the like jack of all trades. If they needed him for a tech job, that shift, he was there. If they needed him, he did everything except for damn near
He still
counsel.
do that now.
Pretty much.
I done seen Stu market on the road. I'm like, what you doing? About to go back and do some discharges? What? What you mean?
So, before we get into it and everything, man, introduce yourself to the people. Tell them about where you work, what you do there, and all that good stuff.
My name is Stuart Bostwick, and I
What's
work
your last name?
Bostwick.
Bostwick.
Yeah, it's German.
I see it all the time,
it
and I'm
does.
like, I want to be like Boshawik.
Yeah, it's German. It's
Bostwick.
German.
It,
Bostwick.
it is.
That's where he get that chiseled chin line from. Is German.
I see it.
Yeah.
It is, and I work at a Palmetto Addiction Recovery Center.
Okay.
And I, like we were just saying, I've done many things there, but now I do marketing and business development.
Okay.
Which is he perfect for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, who better to promote your company than you got? If I'm in addiction, I'm like, if I can look like that, I'm going there.
Have you ever been to Greece?
I have not.
See, the problem with you going to Greece is they probably keep you. They think you're a Greek god.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck you.
look, we glazing.
Glaze.
I'm glazing. Hey, if my wife is watching this, turn your head right now.
So,
Fuck y'all.
um,
Can I say that?
yes.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, you good, Mom?
So-
that wasn't me. That was Stu said that. All right,
My
go ahead.
bad.
How did you find your way to working at Palmetto, man?
All right. This is hilarious.
Okay.
All right. I was a patient there.
Okay.
At first, and
That's so fun. Oh, I'm sorry.
and after this it gets funny. But man, I got out. I was in sober living, and I was working at Copeland's. I was being a host. Like literally, that's what I didn't do anything. I just stood at the front door and I said, "Hey, welcome to Copeland's." That was it. And they paid me pretty good to just do that.
It wasn't because of what you said. It was because of how you looked. I promise you.
Stop, man.
Oh,
Dude,
all right, we
do
got,
I need to give y'all the room?
no,
Do I need to give y'all the room?
Hey, man, I wish somebody glazed me if I look like that. I'm just all right. Bro, I'm not. All right.
That was cool, and I needed that because that's like no stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatsoever. I was just in sober living, just hey, welcome to Copeland's, and I go do that. And man, after about 6 months or so, I started going up to Palmetto all the time, just like volunteering and stuff. I'd go bring like a lot of meetings back there as well. I'd go to AA. I'd go hang out with the guys that weren't even in there from when I was in there. Were there, and I would go hang out with them. And I liked being there. I really liked being there. And I started about 2 times a week. I'd go and sit down with Holly, our administrator, and I'd be like, "Hey, can I please work here?" I was like, "I don't care what it is. I'll do whatever. But can I have a job?" And after about like 2 months of doing that, finally,
You wore it down.
they gave me. I was a weekend tech from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
That's
And
24 hours a week.
and that was it. That was what I started doing. And man, I was like, you know what? Every time I come, I'm like, I'm gonna outwork all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like every time I'd get there, that was what I was saying to myself.
Absolutely.
And so I did, man. Like whenever I was searching bags or doing anything, I was like, I'm gonna find something.
Yeah.
Like and it's not like how can I get done with this as fast as possible. It's like I'm finding it.
Yeah.
There's a RoboCop in this mug.
And I did, a lot. And eventually they started moving me into the days. And then I remember the lady that was the receptionist at the time. Her name was Liz, and she was awesome. She was awesome as could be. But she had to. She was getting like a Social Security check and could only work like 3 days a week, to
Right.
still keep that. And she started kind of training me and having me do that, and I'd start kind of filling in with
You
that.
took her job. She trained her replacement. Stu.
I didn't take her job.
My type of
That's
guy.
what it sounded like you just said, bro.
You think so?
Let's see what the chat says.
Chat,
Yeah, I don't know.
did Stu take this lady's job? Did she train her replacement?
All he did was seize an opportunity. That's what we are built on
Bro,
here at Built by the Red
He
Stick.
took advantage of her elderness.
He didn't say she was elder.
She was getting a Social Security check.
That
She
don't
ain't
mean
young.
nothing. She might be crazy.
Does that make me crazy?
Either way, she
This
was.
segment is brought to you by CeeLo Green. This make me crazy.
But either way, man, she was awesome, and she was only working 3 days a week. So they're like, "Hey, we're gonna start having you do her job Thursday, Friday, and then you do your tech Saturday, Sunday." Said okay. She ended up everything was fine. She ended up getting a job offer to do something at this facility in Texas.
Oh, with
And-
Palmetto. So they got a Texas location.
No, it was
with
not
another facility.
Another
Okay,
facility in
okay.
Texas, and that's where she was from originally.
Okay.
And so she got the chance to go back, and I think some sort of like sober coach or peer support type
Oh,
job.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Life coach type deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And you know, she was just
Where
kinda,
at? Do you know
have
where
no
she got
idea.
the job?
No idea.
We got that lady deported, man. Back to Texas.
Whoa, hey.
Take me to
careful with that
Texas.
nowadays.
Cut that out, King.
Right.
So Palmetto's, for those of y'all who don't know, up in North Louisiana, I don't know what it's actual.
Rayville.
It is.
Yeah, it's in Rayville.
It's technically Rayville. It's a Rayville address, but it's actually out of Rayville too.
Yeah, that's
So are you originally from that area?
I'm not. I'm from Shreveport.
Okay, so you from the Big Shreve.
the big 318,
3-1 great.
home of the crispy chicken.
You know who else we had from the 3-1 great?
Yeah,
Who?
we had an episode called 3-1 Great.
I know who was on it. Dominic Teasley. He don't love you as much as I do. He don't love you.
Oh, I was just.
He's in Ellick.
I know. That's.
He's still
How
from-
is Ellie
he's still-
318 too?
It's still 318.
It is 318.
Alexandria and Shreveport got the same zip area code.
Yeah.
Alexandria and up has the same area code.
You serious?
Yeah,
So what about 337?
that's Lafayette and Lake Charles.
So what's Natchitoches?
318.
Bro, I did not know
We
that.
only have 5 area codes.
I didn't. Boy,
We have 225, which is built by the Red Stick. You already know.
985.
985,
985.
which is like the Hammond kind
yeah,
of.
Ponchatoula, all that area.
337.
Meat.
504, which
We said that.
yeah,
337.
337,
and
318.
318.
I'm stupid.
Anyway, so from Shreveport, well, you made reference to being a client at
Oh, yeah.
Palmetto. So how long you got now?
I just got 6 years.
Congratulations. As of, so we shooting this today, like on this day.
Okay.
Yeah, but so congratulations. It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
No, it's not tomorrow. We're having a party tomorrow.
Oh, when is it?
It was actually on the 21st.
So they're having a party 4 weeks late. Hey man, better late
Congratulations,
Right.
man. That's a
Congratulations.
freaking long.
I don't get to
time.
get the chip from my home group until this next
than ever.
weekend.
So 6 years.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to look like that? What? The chat, bro. It was the chat.
It's all the women in the chat. They drooling.
They
They
is.
drooling, dude. Listen, chat. He's married.
He is so married.
So married.
So married. His wife is cool too. If she wasn't cool, I'd be like, Chad. But she cool. She is so cool, bro.
So
Yeah.
so what is kind of some of the things that led you to find your way to Palmetto?
All right. Well, this is going to be long.
Well, let's condense it.
All right.
We only got so much time. We want to ask
I wish
Right.
you could tell it all.
Yeah.
For
Right.
real. Yeah.
Man, I started out. I'm a raging alcoholic and drug addict.
Yes, indeed.
Like out of control. Done everything under the sun, man. And the first time I ever had a taste of treatment, I remember I was like 15. And
15.
Yeah, and
You
I
went to treatment at 15.
no, I didn't go treatment. This
you
is when
had
I
the taste of,
first
like-
therapy.
Okay,
and,
okay.
and, and treatment. They were like something's wrong.
yeah.
It was
You know, my parents caught me like I had like I don't know 70 something beer cans under the bed, and they were like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, and I was like, "What are you talking about? When people get off work, they have a 6-pack. I'm just doing it when I get home from school." What is that crazy? Is that crazy? Is that crazy?
Does that make
And,
me
and
crazy?
you know, and they were like, they made me go see the psychiatrist, you know, because they were like, yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And
15.
yeah, and anyways, I was able to kind of lie and con my way out of that. They were going to make me go to Hazelden, but I was kind of able to, you know, nah, we'll be good.
So you know what I just heard?
What?
So he said that his parents were going to make him go to Hazleton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I hear when I hear parents going to make me go to Hazleton?
They rich.
You said it, not me.
They're well off, but not
They
rich.
rich.
They're
Anytime
not-
somebody say well off, we know what that
They're
means.
not rich, but they got it pretty good. But they aren't rich.
It's okay to be rich, Stu. Own your blessings.
I wish they were.
That does
Believe
not
me.
make you any less credible if you grew up with wealthy parents.
Believe me.
I grew up very loved, so
He same way.
Same.
He grew up with rich. It's okay.
Wasn't rich.
Own it.
anyway, so you manipulate your way, not going to
I
Hazleton.
do. And then, man, it's just a whole plethora of just out of control drugs and stuff. Like I was, for the longest time, I only drank. I remember like going to parties. I know things are a lot different now, but like when I was in high school, people were like smoking weed at the party. We'd be like, "Get out of here, you fucking loser!"
And now it's legal.
But it's fast forward to like junior year, I've done every drug under the planet. Smoked crack already by that time, I mean, and man, it.
When was your first crack episode?
Well, I mean, crack. I was a senior when I hit crack.
Senior in high school.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the ladies that I would get like pain pills from, like a lot of older ladies, they'd have like sickle cell and they'd get, like Percocets and all that.
with black people.
Oxys hadn't came on to the scene yet for me.
Why you laughing?
But all these old ladies would smoke crack and they'd be like, "You want to hit it?" And I'd be like, "Why not?"
Did you hear what he said?
What?
You shop with black people.
What?
You shop with black people.
Shop?
Yeah, you was
bought
getting
your
all your
drugs?
stuff.
Oh,
with
fuck
black
yeah.
people. Bro, you is bad, bro. You is bad.
All right.
Bro, you is
Stop
so
interrupting
bad.
Stu's story.
Go ahead, bro. That
Yeah.
dude Mike, right?
But
We have a good time, dude. We have a good time.
but anyways, though, whenever all that was going on, I finally mess around. I go down to college at Northwestern in Natchitoches. I come back home. I get arrested, like detoxing. So I take a bunch of Xanax out at Cypress Lake in Bossier City and get arrested. And I get in. My dad had a friend who was the former district attorney of Bossier Parish, and he, I'm not going to say his name or anything, break his anonymity, but he's one of us.
You know
and he
what?
was like, "That boy needs drug court."
Yes.
So I was 19, and I'd never been in trouble before.
Straight to drug court.
Straight to drug court, and that was like crazy. I went to jail. I don't know, like it was in the teens amount of times, in and out of treatment. Went
Who
to
was thugging?
You seen his mugshot?
Hey, just because I like to egg you on, you know what kind of people are friends with the district attorney?
Rich people. I seen Richie Rich. I seen
I just like egging that shit on. He thinks,
seen all the
he thinks
movies.
everybody's fucking rich.
Batman. I'm Batman.
So in and out of jail, end up in drug court. Did you stay sober during drug court?
No, never.
Dude, his mugshot is famous. Have you seen it?
I-
we got it plastered in the background. We can
Go for it.
We got to get it to
I'm
him.
good
We
with it.
We got to get it to him, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's one of them. There's like 12
man.
that you can, and I mean, most of the rest of them I can't even find anymore. But
It looks like one of those mugshots that'll be on the faces of meth. You ever seen that? Be coming on your, bro,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah, I looked like I ate people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Hate people. You know what kind of people eat people? Rich, crazy people.
Rich meth heads.
Rich,
So, just so we can get to the because I really want to focus on what you've done with life
You're right.
to this point. What were some of the events that led you to? So, Palmetto, was that your first time in treatment or no?
Absolutely
Okay,
not,
I didn't
no.
think so. I didn't think so.
It was my 9th long-term
Ninth
residential.
long-term.
I'd been to, places where people, speak in tongues and pray on you.
Yeah.
I've been everything you can think of
Did you ever
in
hit
multiple
a,
states.
You ever hit a Scientology?
No,
place?
didn't do that one.
Yeah, thank God.
If I thought it would have given me a shot, I would have done
Yeah.
it. But
So what was the events that kind of transpired?
Transpired. There you
Not
go.
Transcribed. Transcribed is when you write things. I think transpired.
Transcribe. The transcript.
I don't know. Either way,
leading up to going to Palmetto,
yeah.
yeah, that
We tried to use big words. Didn't work.
We've been talking all day, bro.
I got it.
we have a lot. But man, nah, right before, I got arrested again.
Okay.
And right before that, though, man, I had been on a methadone patient for 12 years at this point, going to the clinic. And about
How many milligrams?
When I got up to 120, and at the clinic I was at, if you wanted to do more than that, they had to do this thing called a peak and trough, where they drew your blood to see how fast you metabolized it, and it was like $200-something, and I was like, oh, just stay at 120.
Jesus,
but
it's still a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I mean,
But I'd been on that for 12 years. Been on meth for about 8 years. About 4 years into it, I found meth, and I was like, these would go great together.
Yeah.
You know? And anyways, I was at a point where I knew I couldn't live like I was anymore. I'd lost my job, lost my fiance that I had and stuff at this point, been in and out of trouble nonstop. Kind of, my parents had kind of given a little bit up on me. They were just kind of like, this is how he's going to be. We'll just I used to tell people that I got a house. That's not true. My parents let me live in one of their rent houses. It was not my house, but I would tell everybody, it's like, well, I had a house. When I used to tell my story, I'd be like, we got a house. You know, me and my fiance got a house. That's bullshit. My parents let us live in one of their rent houses. Yeah. And
was she in active addiction too at that time?
A little bit.
Okay.
She one of us? You know, I can't tell anybody if they are or not. She's definitely got a lot of tendencies. I mean, obviously she was putting up with someone who basically existed in a state of psychosis for like 8 years.
Yeah.
You know. And we were together for 8 years. She put up with it.
What was the worst psychosis you ever
had? Dude, there's so many.
This is what people come to build.
That's what they come for.
All right. One time, I remember after she had left, I literally thought that she was out in the garage, in our garage, like spying on me, seeing if I was doing meth or not. She could care less. You know, she had left and she was gone. And I remember sitting out there thinking that, you know, she was in there. And I was talking to no one, thinking it was her. And are you there? She'd be like, and nothing would happen. I'd be like, if you don't come out, I'm going to shoot myself. And she, you know, nothing happened. I fired a gun off in the ceiling. and then the rest of the night, I was staring, looking at the cops are coming. You know, the cops are coming. They heard that shit. They heard that. Yeah, they heard that shit. They're on the way. I remember one time when we were together, I was like, I had messed up at the clinic, so I'm having to go every day and no more take homes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm always failing for
privilege
meth.
is gone.
Yeah, and on Saturday you pick up your Sunday dose. I remember I'd been up all night. I just was zoned out, you know, playing with a gun or something like that, and realized I missed a methadone clinic this Saturday. And I remember she comes, I get flipped out because I'm like, shit, I'm not going to have my dose today or Sunday. And I remember I grabbed this big mag light, flashlight that we had, and I threw it through the bedroom window. I was so mad. And she comes in there, what's going on? And I was like, I didn't do that. You know, what, you're trying to make her think like she was crazy. Like, I heard it too. That's why I'm in here. You know?
Somebody's trying to break in the house.
Yeah. I just did some off the wall nuts, stupid stuff, man.
So, leading up to Palmetto, you're you know,
I'm about to commit suicide. Is where I'm at.
Yeah.
I literally, I'm like, man, I know I cannot keep living like I'm living right now. I can't do it. But I was such a fucking coward. I said it, that I thought that the best and easiest option, because that's what I was a fan of. What's the easiest path of least resistance, requires the less effort from me.
Absolutely.
That's to blow my brains out.
Yeah.
I don't really have to do anything then, and you know, then I just don't see getting sober would be too much work. Actually, trying to grow up and become a man would be too much work. That's too hard. I was a coward.
Right.
That's what it came down to, man. I was a fucking coward, and I was, and I was just like, how's the best way to get out of this? You know what? End it. Don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, we ain't doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And so I literally had a gun to my head for about 3 nights in a row, just, you know, just trying to get up the balls to actually do it. And I remember the night that I was really convinced, like, this is what I'm going to do. I went and, like, hung out with my cousin the day before and been up all night and for multiple nights. And I pulled over to Dollar General to get something to drink because it was July. And I twacked out, and I was so thirsty. I was just like, God, I need a Gatorade. And they didn't open for like 30 minutes. And I was at that point where you've been awake for so long that it really don't matter how much more you're doing. you're falling out,
Yeah.
you know, falling asleep. And I passed out in the car, and I woke up to sheriff's knocking on the window. And now I thought I was going down because I was on paper again at this point. I had a weapon, I had meth, you know, while on probation. So I was like, this is over. But man, I'm not kidding. There's something inside of me when that happened. I remember literally thinking, I was like, thank you, God. Like when they were, because I knew it was like, this is it.
Yeah.
We're done. You know, I'm about to go to prison. I want to live, and I was content with going to prison at that point. When I was getting pulled out of the car, I was like, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna be all right. Here we go. You know, and as fortune would have it, though, my probation officer decided not to keep a probation hold on me. She decided, no, he should go to treatment. The judge at the time wasn't too happy about that. He was like, what's, you know, him getting sober, hey, he's got to back up his probation at least,
Yeah.
you know, let alone the new charges. And it's crazy, man, how all that worked out. It's like literally as soon as I was like, thank you, God, whatever, he just started kind of doing everything as long as I was willing from that point forward.
And so what day was that?
July. When I got arrested, that was July 19th of 2019.
Okay. And so then you found your way to Palmetto.
Yeah, I got there July 21st.
July 21st.
Yeah.
And so what stint did you do at Palmetto?
I was there for 77 days.
77, back when insurance paid.
Not in 2019.
They didn't.
Not in 2019.
You know what happened when you go to treatment for 77 days and insurance don't pay for it? All right, what kind of people is that?
So, you know, and I mean, I guess we can share this.
I'm good with it.
Yes, we can. We obviously at that point, one of our previous guests, two-time guest, was working
Yes.
at Palmetto.
I think that's how he know that guess.
Greg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No, and I was so out of my mind. Like he'll tell you.
Yeah. Well, he can't, but
You have my permission, Greg. Whatever you know about me from treatment.
So, what was that journey like, right? So, you know, we love to talk about overcoming the trials and tribulations of what life has punched us in the face with, whether it be while we're sober, getting to that point and everything, you know, that first 90 days, right? And so we'll encompass, the 77 that you're in, and then, 23 out or 13 outside of it, right? So that first 90 days, what do you attribute to this time being ready, especially if like you've been to treatment multiple times?
Honestly,
and all of that.
and I had multiple times, and every time I said, I knew that this worked.
Yeah.
I knew it worked. And I wasn't one of them people like, hey, it's not for me, or this doesn't work. It's like, I know that shit does. I just don't want to do it right now.
Right.
Does that make sense?
100%.
Absolutely.
I was like, yeah, I know that. I know that's for me. I know that's who it's talking to. Just not right now. That's exactly how I always felt about it. And this time it was like, well, now has arrived. You know, I was 34 years old, unemployed. You know, I was on Medicaid at that point. I had a welding job. I got kicked out of grad school, and I had I got a job welding, and lost all that. And I was just like, all right, it's time. That's why I was wanting to kill myself.
Meth heads love to
So you was wanting to kill yourself sober?
No. It's
Oh,
When
you lost your job and all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Meth heads love to weld.
they do. That's where I started doing it.
All of them.
Yep. You heard how he looked down on Medicaid too? He was like, ugh, I was on Medicaid. Ugh.
Oh,
No, I'm saying I was
it's just
done.
where
Yeah, now I'm messing with you.
I got my life was I looked at it as like I failed as a man. You know, I was like, I'm this old. I failed as a man, and
can't provide.
I've had all those same feelings. And it's crazy because we're getting sober around the same time. Like I came April 13th of 2019, and
Nice.
so I'm going through. I done went through all that, and it's cool to have people come from all different walks of life, different type of upbringings, different tax brackets, and no matter how much money you got, it's the same.
It doesn't.
struggles.
We talk about it all the time. It doesn't discriminate.
No.
It doesn't.
Oh,
Like
it is not prejudice.
white, black, yellow, green, blue, orange,
Telling you.
rich, poor,
Yep.
crack, meth, heroin,
Whatever, alcohol, whatever.
substances.
Porn.
Yeah, we're not supposed to.
One of the biggest things that really started changing stuff for me, though, man, I just realized this. It was the guys I was in treatment with. I didn't really understand what true friendship was. I always thought before, I had an idea, but man, the people I always flocked to were people that would tell me what I wanted to hear because that's comforting.
Yeah.
You know, and if anything made me uncomfortable, people telling me something else, I didn't want to be around that. And that's what, and learning that it's like, man, the stuff that's not easy, the stuff that you don't want to do, that's what makes you better. I never had adapted a mindset like that in my life. And the men I was in treatment with kind of forced that upon me. And as soon as, you know, whenever adversities would come up in early sobriety or things like that, I was thinking with a different set of eyes, you know, looking at things with a different set of eyes than I ever had in my life. It's like I'm learning how to walk for the first time.
This segment is brought to you by Get Going Transportation. If you're looking for reliable Medicaid transportation that's service Central and Southern Louisiana, we got you covered. Give our guy Shake a call at 337-243-9007. I know some of y'all probably like, if it got 4 wheels, he got to have more deals. Check it out. He got you covered. Non-emergency transport, doctor's appointments, airport and cruise transportation, dialysis treatment, dental appointments, private outings, weekend medical transportation, even a night out on the town. Like I said, if it got 4 wheels, he got other deals. Give our guy, your new guy, Shake Ryan at Get Going Transportation a call. His number again is 337-243-9007. Tell him your beautiful friends at Built by the Red Stick sent you.
That is one of, you know, I don't even know if me and you, I mean, we've touched on it plenty of times, but, you know, I don't think we could ever talk about it enough. It's one of the most profound things that I think leads to, of course, you know, spirituality, right? And having a connection with a power greater than yourself is the main jam. But having that group, that support system, those friends who are willing to challenge you to be better.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's paramount in recovery and growing, and not even just in recovery, just in life. If like, show me your friends and I'll show you you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
That's very true.
Yep. Birds of a feather flock together.
And man, and I'd done, you know, treatment. So I've been in sober livings all over this state, Mississippi, you know, all over, man. And every time, you know,
He strikes me as a guy who got to go to Pine Grove.
We talked to them today, actually. Yeah.
And every time I'd get into the rooms or get into AA, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to this young people's group. I'm going to want to hang out with all these cool people in AA. And this time I was just like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. I could care the hell less about any of that. We're these old dudes that actually seem content and happy with their life and aren't like judging everybody or part of some other group. It's like, that's where I'm going. And that's, you know, what I did.
Say it again for the people in the back.
Yes, Lord.
Stayed away from women. I can't tell you how many treatment centers I got kicked out of and how many times I ended up using because it'd be like, oh, you know, we're going to do this together.
Oh.
You know, we got
what you call it? Rehab romance.
Relationships.
Relationships too. That was a good segment you did.
Yeah.
You got to bring that back.
Every time I get out of treatment, but be in sober living for, you know, a few weeks when it's, you know,
I'm in love.
And we're going to do this together. It's meant to be.
Absolutely.
You know? That's just how it's supposed to go. And
we're soulmates.
yeah.
Oh.
And, you know, that always works out so good.
You give her the bigger half of the bag one time, she's stuck.
And, man, I was like, yeah, we're not doing that this time.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I made a couple mistakes, but, you know, as far as that kind of mindset, it was like, yeah, that is very flawed thinking. I was actually, that has a lot to do with it. I was able to find out that the way I feel about something or the way that I perceive something, that doesn't mean that's how it is, and more oftentimes than not, it is not how it is. And I never was really ever able to accept that. I was like, well, I feel like this. And, you know, sponsor would be like, yeah, well, that doesn't really matter because this is what's happening.
Facts.
And
Facts.
That kind of forces you to, maybe I don't think that right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Got some fucked up thinking.
Yes, Lord. They provide transportation at Palmetto?
It depends. We do locally, and we'll go about 2 hours out.
Well, we got somebody that do provide transportation. Stay tuned after these messages.
And we're back.
Huh?
Well,
What's
we're
now?
back.
Hey, man.
Hey.
It's the
Hey.
book. You knew. You already knew as soon as I did it, too. You knew.
Hey.
You knew.
Sometimes you just got to get going, baby.
Yeah, Lord, you got to get going, man.
So before,
Stu, like, what happened just now?
so the last, 6 years of your life, right? You've recreated this life. We made reference to it. You found a career that you find purpose in. You found joy and peace and happiness and, all the things that we search for. You found a partner to go through life with. Kind of elaborate on what you feel has been a contributing factor to you being able to overcome that hopeless and lonely feeling and wanting to reach out to, women or whatever it may be, and it always being the wrong woman and all of this stuff. And like, how did you find that patience and how did you find that drive to start to look for those things and get those things?
All right, I'm going to give you one answer that sounds kind of stupid, but it's also kind of true.
I got you.
I honestly don't think I ever would have been able to get sober until the time I did, because it required me to seriously fry a lot of my brain.
Yeah, that sounded pretty stupid. I'm just playing.
That's some real shit.
But I'm being honest.
That's honesty, like hard.
That's some real. Like I had to dumb myself down.
I was just gonna say that
because I thought I was too smart for this shit.
I really, it wouldn't have ever worked until now, because I had to fry myself. I had to get out there far enough to really kind of just be willing to accept whatever somebody told me.
Absolutely.
Because anytime before I could say that, but I wouldn't really do that and just kind of let go, to be able to let go of what's going on with me and just do what I'm told to do. I could say I was doing that and act like I was doing it, but it never actually happened until I was like at a point where I couldn't really think that much more.
I mean, that shit's hard too, though. Like, even once you get to that point of being fried, like, just complete surrender, like, just kind of like, what happens? I'm gonna take advice. I'm gonna listen to other people and all that. So, God damn.
And it comes down to, it's like, basically throughout my whole addiction. Well, don't get me wrong, I lived. It was more about fantasizing about living and always staying, in the future and the past. And I want to live.
Yeah.
I wanted to live and experience stuff and have life. And it's like, well, how can you do it? And it's like, well, you got to do all these things. And it's hard. It's hard, but it's learn to start taking pleasure in the hard things, which that's kind of hard.
Which is why I need to get back in the gym. I know I keep saying in the chat, they tired of hearing me say it. This dude, he worked out too different, though. You ever worked out with Stu before?
No.
Never again?
Does it look like I've worked out with Stu before?
I know, but bro, I worked out with, we was at Marksville.
Yeah.
Never again?
We did legs, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it on you.
Man, never again. Pause.
Well, you got to take pleasure in the hard things.
Pause again.
He said.
You do.
Jeez.
I just got. See, I'm telling you, I'm fried.
Ask a question, Ronnie. Hold on.
Bruh. So we go through Palmetto for 77 days. You get out. You're working at Carrabba's. Oh, Copeland's.
Yeah.
You're doing a host. You're going up to Palmetto. You're asking for a job. You get the tech stuff. You start, and then after secretary, and then from secretary you go
discharge planning.
Okay, and then from discharge planning.
And that's when I met Michael.
That's when you met Mike, when you was at the discharge planning.
I was transitioning from secretary to that.
Yeah, we went to a workshop that Greg was hosting. Anybody knows Greg, you've heard him talk about a soul drama workshop.
Okay.
And we ran into each other. How long ago was that? I've been to
It's got to be at least 3 years ago.
I think it's 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
You met Dominique in 16.
Yeah, I met Dominique in 16.
In the counseling stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I met Dominique in 16. Yeah, like into 16, because I was like 9 months sober when I started.
Got you. Yeah. So that would put it at December.
Yeah.
The 12th month. Yeah. Okay. And so now you're marketing, full-time marketing for Palmetto. What does your efforts of remaining sober and making a difference look like today compared to what it looked like, back then?
In some ways, it requires a little bit less as far as staying sober. I mean that I do not have the desire to alter how I feel.
Right.
But, I feel good enough now that I don't want to change that.
Yeah.
And I don't really. People say that I don't have bad days. I have bad moments. I have some bad days. Shit. That absolutely happens. But overall, it's like I know that it cycles and circles, man. I mean, the sweet's not sweet without the sour, and it just kind of.
Sweet's not sweet.
Sweet's not as sweet without the sour.
No, it's not. It's required. No.
No, it's like rainy days wouldn't feel special, or sunny days wouldn't feel special if it wasn't for rain.
Dude, grapes taste way better if I don't stump my toe. So what are y'all talking about? Dude,
I don't get that one.
I don't
So,
what?
most shit goes over my head, man.
so obviously, and I get that you make the comment that you kind of like fried yourself, with substances and using and all of that, which I mean, I get that aspect, but you're not a dumb guy, right?
Right.
And there's probably a lot of things that could have been, staying sober. There's a lot of things that could have been afforded to you. And so it's always intriguing to me, people who get into this field of working in substance abuse, is their why. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so, because anybody who works in the field knows that there's a lot more money to be made at other places.
100%. Yeah.
So your why, like what's your why on, because you go everywhere. Ronnie made reference to it. I've known you for a while. Like, I talked to a lot of people and they're like, oh, Stuart, I'll be somewhere. And they're like, oh, Stuart can't make it. He's in Mississippi or he's here. And, you're traveling and you're doing the thing and you're representing your brand with, just greatness, to be honest. What's your drive to do that?
It makes me happy. I mean, I feel good doing it. It does something for me. It's like, man, I want to do what if this is my job, I want to do it, and I want to do it as good as I can, and I love doing it.
But when you do it, it's like it's not a job. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like you get.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I come home sometimes and I'll just be like, hardly able to see straight. But it's like all throughout the day while I'm doing it, man, I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people would say, like at Palmetto, a lot of people would be like, why are you doing all this extra stuff, man? Why are you doing? I wouldn't do that unless they paid me. And they say that like, in our group thread, at work, everybody, they'll be like, can so-and-so come do this? And I'll be sitting like in a room with a bunch of other counselors and they're like, you ain't going to see me doing that. Like that's some kind of badge of honor when it's like really just a badge of their shame and laziness. And they kind of don't really understand that, it's like, okay, I'd rather go help somebody move than sit on a couch and watch football
and
all
not
day.
do nothing.
Yeah.
It gets me off of my ass. And so I just kind of have like view things a little differently, that
I can relate, bro.
Yeah.
I just and I'm happier. I'm pretty sure if you were to take like my dopamine levels and a lot of theirs, I would probably beat them.
You can sell it in a bottle.
And it's just about the perception. It's how you're perceiving things. It's
change the way you perceive things, and the things you perceive will change.
Hallelujah.
That's kind of what it comes, and that's what I've been practicing at doing, and will keep practicing.
Yeah.
Doing, is keeping my perception healthy because the world isn't changing.
No.
Be the change you want to see.
It's not going to.
Say that.
You cannot change the world or how businesses are run or how things are done or any of that, really. All you can do is change your perception of it if you want peace and happiness.
Yeah.
And that's, I want peace and happiness. And so that's what I'm going to do.
So what's next? What's next for Stuart?
I don't know. We'll see. Feel like something's coming soon, though.
Other than that gym session at 3:30 in the morning, huh?
No, not tomorrow. We're at a conference, man. We're going to wait till 5.
5 a.m.?
Yeah. Probably won't get there until 6, to be honest.
That's weird, bro. That's so weird.
So,
bro.
To touch on that before we wrap it up, man, just because I'm intrigued by, I feel like discipline, I've always said a good motivational speech or a good hype speech will get you ready to run through a wall. But what, I always make the analogy for football, right? You're in a football game, coach comes in, gives you a pregame speech, you run out the tunnel and you're ready to run through a wall. And that adrenaline lasts for about, 5 minutes maybe. And then what wins the game is technique and discipline, right? And so how do you attribute your growth in life and your passion and what you've been able to achieve over the last 6 years to being able to like discipline yourself to go to the gym at 3:30 in the morning? Because that's a huge thing.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
It honestly goes hand in hand. And I figured that out while I was in treatment. Like I said, I was in there with just a really good group of other men at the time, man. And they were, and because every time I've done this before, you can go so far off motivation.
Absolutely.
You can. Your motivation will get you a long way, but that is fleeting. It is fake. It is not consistent. It will never be. Whenever it is, it feels like, you are just literally in God's will and your will is linked up because you're motivated and you're ready and whatever it is, it's going to happen. That's not constant. That doesn't exist.
Technique and discipline.
And motivation will fail you if you're relying on it.
Absolutely.
I mean, there is times where I do not feel like doing this. I'm not going to do it. And it's literally the only thing that saves your ass is discipline.
I remember you told me that.
I'm going to do this no matter how I'm feeling.
Yep.
I'm going to do this no matter how I'm feeling.
I mean, and it goes back,
Then you feel good after you do that.
Yeah.
And at some point, motivation finds you again as well.
Yep.
If you can keep your discipline up.
And you made a statement earlier when you were talking about your perception and your thinking, which kind of correlates to the discipline and the technique, is like push my feelings aside from it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not about my feelings at that moment. When we've talked about it before, like be cautious making a permanent decision on a temporary emotion.
Yep.
And so like you said, like I had to realize like my perception and my thinking was flawed and that it wasn't suiting me. And like you said, it correlates perfect to your gym, right? Like I can only imagine you probably have days where you wake up and you're like, I don't really want to go.
Oh, the majority.
Yeah.
The majority of them, when that alarm's going off, it's like, oh, man, But it's like, you get up and do it, and then it's like, come on.
How does it feel to be waking up to go work out at the time Ronnie's going to bed?
That's real. That's real. That's so real. It's the realest thing you said all day on this pod.
Man, whatever works for you. I'm like, that's just how I like to do it.
Going to bed at 5 don't work for me.
Yeah.
That's why we need answers. That's why we asking this.
If it does, it does. This is just what works for me. Never in my life would I think I'd be doing that, but that makes me happy.
Were you always a workout buff, or just sobriety brought it
You've been
about?
working out for like 5.5 years.
I worked out when I was in jail and treatment.
Yeah.
And sober living. That's it. I would be like, I'm going to come in here and get,
I got to get buff.
Going to do this and get
the
out
book
there.
says once I straighten out physically, I get.
Once you straighten out spiritually.
I know what it says.
I see what you're doing there. All right. Go ahead.
That was exactly,
That's
how
what
I
people
did
think it says.
Yes.
So I need to go to the gym.
Yep.
We'd have maybe a 3-month stretch of lifting, and then, however long of using before I get in trouble again and get back in treatment or jail.
Yep.
So no, I never really did that. That happened, and when I was getting sober this time in treatment, I wasn't really wanting to. That wasn't my goal, It's like I want to look so good, or I want to get jacked, or I want, that really wasn't it. I was trying to, for the most part, this time, like just live.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, we're gonna get. In good shape. We want to be healthy. We want to, repair as much damage to ourselves as that we can.
Well, how does it feel knowing that your decisions got a grown ass man named Ronnie LeDuff glazing over?
Glazing. I like it. Look, he blushing and stuff. Look, man, look at his face.
Ronnie, before we wrap it up, any further questions?
Nah, bro. We just want to thank you for coming on.
I appreciate it, man.
I just wanted to give you one.
Oh, well, I just wanted to give him his flowers. Thank you, man, for coming down all the way from Monroe to spending time with us. You was not in town already. We know you came down here just for us. We get that, and we appreciate that. But nah, man.
Speaking of that,
What's that?
Shout out to all the people requesting to come on the pod, man.
Bruh,
We see y'all.
yes.
We're trying to arrange schedules and shit. We see y'all, but shout out for the love.
I don't remember all y'all names, but for any person that came up to me at LASEC, this shout out is for you.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all don't know how much that made my day. Mike was busy. He couldn't be there. Had some other stuff going on. I shared it with him. I let him know.
He did. He said y'all was asking.
Yes, bro, that made me feel special. That really made me, not special like, oh my God, but like, it's
Our
working.
vision is coming to life.
Our vision is coming to life.
Vision
bro.
is coming to life.
So yeah, shout out y'all, seriously.
I always like to ask this final question, man, especially for, our guests who are in recovery, because I think it's important for our viewers to hear it, right? Because so often when we're at that point you were at, where you were at that jumping off point and you were ready to make the ultimate sacrifice, the point that Ronnie was at where he attempted it and by the grace of God survived, the point where I was at when I didn't, like you said, I didn't have the courage. I was a coward to actually do something, but I was, pumping anything and everything into my system and hoping I didn't wake up in the morning. When we're at that point, it seems like we're so alone and we don't know a way out and we can't find a way out. So, leave our listeners with some parting words of inspiration, man. Like what would you tell somebody who's contemplating A or B, right? Should I seek treatment or should I just make that ultimate sacrifice?
Absolutely, there is nothing worth doing that over. Whenever you think everything is hopeless, that's usually when something, from personal experience and from observation, whenever you're at your lowest, there's something always about to happen. In sobriety, whenever you're going through a hard time, whenever you can stick it out and make it through that, it ends up being something even better. And that's the case time after time after time. Again, perception has a lot to do with it. But if you can hold out and do that, something's coming. It always is. Nothing stays the same. Like something is coming. Don't know if your higher power will reach down and intervene personally or make something happen through a smaller chain of events. But something's going to happen when you're at a point like that, And most of the time, what that usually, from my experience, not saying this is how it is, looks like either something externally is about to intervene in your life, or something's going to light a fire in you and you're going to make a decision to do something different. That usually happens if you can hold out and stop from ending it all.
Absolutely.
What's that New Radical song, You Only Get What You Give? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
You're talking about finding pleasure in the hard stuff.
You don't always get what you want.
Not that one either.
But if you try sometimes.
But I don't know. That one.
I don't know that. You don't know that song? No, you just might find you get what you need.
That song though, that
I don't
New
know
Radicals Get What You Get. Like I said, I'm 40.
Yeah.
So
You know what song been in my head a lot?
Which one?
The Ozzy Osbourne.
Rest in peace, Ozzy.
R.I.P. Ozzy. I feel you crumbling.
Who else?
Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo Huxtable, and Hulk Hogan.
Hulk.
Yep, he's gone.
Yep. And Malcolm. So listen, y'all. Stuart, once again, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
Couple of things before we go, and I let Ronnie do his thing because we are getting to his least favorite time of the event, man.
Told you, bro. You know it's over.
We need y'all to do a couple of things. First, we need you to like this video.
Gots to know that.
Like it.
Yes.
Love it.
Then I want you to go into the comment section and write out a comment.
Yes.
Just tell us, hey. Tell us you fuck with us. Tell us that you support us. Tell us you can't stand us.
Tell us you find pleasure in the hard stuff.
Yeah. So then I need you to share it.
Share it.
I want you to
share it.
I want you to share it.
Share it with anybody.
There is somebody who who needs to hear what Stuart, Ronnie, and myself got to say. 100%. Share that thing. 100%. And then we are now on the road to 2,500. 2,500. So go ahead and smash the subscribe button on YouTube.
Can we get there by December?
I think we can.
Can we get there by December?
I think we can.
I think you're selling yourself short.
And while you're at it, go ahead, follow us on TikTok.
Yep.
Follow us on Instagram.
Oh, God.
Follow us on Facebook.
Oof.
Go on to the Built by the Red Stick website. Where's the Built by the Red Stick website?
www.builtbytheredstick.com.
So simple a caveman can do. I don't know if we get copyrighted for that.
That's my caveman answer.
but go on
that
there.
was definitely a copyright.
But go on there.
100%.
If you want to be a guest, we have a application.
A guest request form.
Guest request form.
Yeah.
If you want to sponsor, we got sponsorship request form.
Yeah.
We got the cool tees.
Cool tees, not cooties.
You know.
Cool. I ain't got on the rest.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's a cool tee.
Y'all
too.
know what he's
It's a
talking
cool
about.
tee. Yeah.
But look, thank you for all the love.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, though,
It's Ali's favorite time.
our time has come to an
It's
end.
the time when I gotta go back to reality. Being with y'all, it feels like an out of body experience that I never want to let go of. So won't you take what you want from me? Take what I'm sorry, that's all really in my head, bro.
Yeah.
Man, as always, we love y'all. We really appreciate the support. Again, shout out to all the people that came up to me at the conference. What, you got something else?
Yeah.
I seen you. What happened? What you forgot?
Stuart, can you tell the people
Oh, yes.
how they can get in touch with you? What
Yes.
the best way? I mean, you don't have to give out your phone number or anything, but what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Man, I give out my number all the time.
There you go.
Perfect.
Fastest and easiest, most direct way, call 318-706-3070.
Yep.
And what's your socials? Just Facebook?
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook.
And that's pretty much
Just
mostly,
got on Facebook.
mostly for work, man. I'm not a big social media
Okay.
guy. But, I get on there. And if people want to message me on there, have any questions about anything, I always respond.
And where can they find Palmetto at? What's Palmetto's website?
www.palmettoaddictionrecoverycenter.com.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to
And
interrupt
No, you
I just
good.
wanted to make sure we
And
got
Palmetto's number is
There you go.
318-728-2970.
There we go. And what y'all do at Palmetto? Just a quick little detox inpatient IOP?
Detox, residential, PHP, IOP. We have many different programs. We are 12-step based,
Okay.
but we also dive a lot into trauma therapy. We also have some sexual compulsivity groups, which is actually very important. It
Y'all
goes
take
hand in
commercial
hand.
insurance for that?
Yeah.
I know
Asking for the
somebody.
chat.
I'm asking
Asking for the chat.
the chat.
We take all commercials,
Okay.
and most all Louisiana Medicaid,
Gotcha.
Awesome.
and of course cash.
Oh, yeah. Cash is king. Cash can always be king. So again, the people that came up to me, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We needed that. Because we always get in a spot where we like, man, but then God showed us that, yes, y'all doing what y'all supposed to be doing. So we really appreciate that. And as always, if you're struggling, mental health, drug, alcohol, substance abuse, please give us a call, please. My number's all over my Facebook page. You can message me, Ronnie LeDuff, on Facebook. You can message him, Michael Axelrod Oakley, on Facebook. Or you can message the Built by the Red Stick Facebook page. Or you can email us at builtbytheredstick@gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Again, you can email us at builtbytheredstick@gmail.com.
So easy, everybody, for y'all to find everything. It's built by the Red Stick.
We make ourselves so available.
Built by the Red Stick.
Like a Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah, we're hot and ready.
Huh? We think too much alike.
Yes, Lord.
We ready to help y'all.
Absolutely.
But as always, we'll be back at the same time, at the same place, with the same producer. Built by the Red Stick. Built by adversity, led by courage.
We love y'all.